English Easy Podcast.
Hello, learners. Welcome back to English Easy Podcast, your partner to learning English. And today we are jumping into something that I know is a huge source of anxiety for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. It's a really big deal.
Right. So if you're an intermediate English learner, or maybe you're a brand new employee, just stepping into an office environment for the first time, you probably have a good grasp of the grammar.
Yeah, you passed the tests.
Exactly. But then you walk into a brightly lit conference room and everyone is speaking this weird corporate dialect. You know all the words, but you have no idea what they actually mean.
It's like an invisible wall. I mean, office English isn't really about having perfect grammar at all. It's about sounding professional, sounding confident, and, feeling like you actually belong in that workspace.
Which is so important.
It is. It's the difference between sounding like a robotic textbook and having warm human interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So today, our mission for this deep dive is to completely master office English.
I love that. So we're going to walk you through a typical office day, right from the morning greeting all the way to the formal closing of a meeting. We're going to give you the exact phrases you need to survive and, honestly, to thrive.
Yeah, let's start right at the beginning of the day. Every workday starts with the morning setup.
The dreaded morning small talk.
Right. And this sets the tone for the entire day. But there is a big difference between a casual greeting and a professional relationship building one.
Okay, break that down for us.
Well, casual greeting is just, morning, how are you? It's almost a reflex. But a professional relationship building phrase sounds more like, did you have a good weekend?
Oh, yeah. That asks for actual information. But wait, what if I'm super tired? Or, I have a massive deadline and I really do not want to get stuck in a 10-minute conversation about my coworker's cat.
This is the classic office move. You definitely don't want to be rude, but you have to protect your time. So you use short, polite responses. You say, it was good, thanks, yours.
It was good. Thanks, yours. I like that. It's it reminds me of a casual game of tennis.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Yeah, you just need to gently hit the ball back over the net. You keep the relationship flowing, you keep the rally going, but you don't smash it and overcomplicate things.
Exactly. You hit it back, give a little smile and a nod, and you keep walking to your desk.
Okay, so I've made it to my desk. I open my email, and there's a problem. I need to get my manager's attention immediately.
And they look incredibly busy, right?
Always. They're furiously typing. I can't just walk up and demand attention, can I?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
You have to be strategic. The phrase you need here is, sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Right. Because in this context, the word bother means to interrupt or disturb. It shows that you are considerate of their time.
You're acknowledging that they are busy.
Exactly. And once you have their attention, you don't say, I don't understand this. You say, could you clarify the deadline?
Clarify. That's a great word.
It is. To clarify just means to make something easier to understand. It sounds so much more professional than saying you're confused.
Okay, I want to make sure you, the listener, really get this into your muscle memory. So we're going to practice. I'm going to say it, and I'll leave a little pause for you to repeat after me out loud wherever you are. Ready? Sorry to bother you.
Give it a try.
Awesome. Just feeling how that sounds in your mouth helps so much.
It really does. Okay, so you've gotten your manager's attention, you've clarified the issue, and inevitably, what do they say?
They say, let's schedule a meeting.
Exactly. And now you are entering a whole new world. Meetings have a completely different language. It's basically a meeting dialect.
It really is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about scheduling first. Someone says, can we schedule a meeting for tomorrow at 2 p.m., but you are already booked.
Right. And the natural reaction is to just say, I'm busy. But please don't say that.
Why not? I mean, It's true, right?
It might be true, but it sounds really casual and honestly a bit dismissive. Like your time is more important than theirs. A major upgrade, the professional way to say it is, I have a conflict.
Oh, I have a conflict. Wait, to an English learner, conflict usually means a fight, like an argument.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
In everyday life, yes, a conflict is an argument. But in office dialect, it just means a schedule overlap. Yeah. Two things are trying to happen at the exact same time.
Got it. Okay, so we've navigated the conflict, we found a new time, and now we are actually in the meeting.
The main event.
Yeah. And people are talking fast, ideas are flying around. You have a great point to make, but nobody is pausing. How do you even get into the conversation?
You have to visualize it like jumping into a swimming pool.
Okay, I can picture that.
You can't just slowly dip your toe in. It has to be quick and direct. You wait for a tiny breath and you say, "Can I jump in here?"
Can you jump here?
Yes. It's polite, but it's firm. It stops the momentum without being aggressive.
Okay, but I'm going to push back on this a little bit.
Yep.
Jumping in to agree is one thing, but interrupting to disagree. Doing that in a second language feels completely terrifying. Like, how do we disagree without sounding super rude?
It is scary. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But conflict management is a huge part of being a professional. You have to use polite disagreement. You soften the blow.
How do you do that? Give me the exact phrase.
You say, "I see your point, but..."
Whoa, so you validate them first.
Exactly. You tell them their idea makes sense. Or an even better one is, "However, I have a slightly different view on this."
Wow, I have a slightly different view on this. That is so smooth. It doesn't sound like you're attacking them at all.
Right. It just sounds like you're adding a new perspective.
Okay, so the debate is over, decisions are made, and the meeting is ending.
The wrap-up phase. The manager will probably say, "Let's wrap this up," which just means finishing something, like wrapping a gift.
Putting a bow on it.
Exactly. And then they'll use the ultimate corporate phrase, "Let's touch base next week."
Touch base. You hear that everywhere.
It's everywhere. To touch base just means to check in with someone, to make sure everyone is still on the same page.
Okay, I want our listeners to practice this one too. This is crucial for sounding completely natural. Repeat after me. Let's touch base next week.
Take a second to say it.
Great job.
So the meeting is officially wrapped up. You head back to your desk.
And now the real work begins. The collaborative afternoon. Working with your colleagues, managing deadlines, dealing with your workload.
This is where building good relationships is arguably the most important workplace skill you can have.
For sure. So let's say I need help from a coworker. I can't just boss them around.
No, they're your peer. So you make a polite request. You say, "I could really use your input on this."
That makes them sound like an expert. Your input. But what if they ask me for help and I am completely overwhelmed with my own work?
Again, you don't want to just say, "I'm too busy." You want to paint a picture. You say, "I'm a bit swamped at the moment."
Swamped, like a literal swamp.
Yeah. Yes. It means you're extremely busy, like you were stuck in the mud, drowning in work. But adding a bit softens it. "I'm a bit swamped."
I love that. And when we do have time to help, instead of just asking, "What do you think?" What's the better phrase?
You ask, "What's your take on this?"
What's your take? It sounds so much more analytical.
It does. It shows you value their specific opinion. Now, what about deadlines? You're going to see 3 letters in your emails constantly. EOD.
EOD. That gives me a panic attack just hearing it.
Right. Stands for end of day. Usually that means 5 or 6 p.m. in whatever time zone you're working in.
So if it's 3 p.m. and I realize I'm definitely not going to finish this project by EOD, what do I do?
You have to communicate early. Do not wait until 5:01 p.m. You use a phrase to manage the delay. You tell them, "I'm running behind."
Running behind, so you're not making progress fast enough?
Exactly. And then you propose a solution. You ask if you can push the deadline back.
Like physically moving it further down the calendar. Can we push the deadline back?
Exactly. And let's say they agree, and a colleague really helps you out when you were swamped. You need to show appreciation.
Oh, this is so important for building that social capital we talked about.
Yes. A beautiful phrase to make your colleagues feel truly valued is, "Thanks for going above and beyond."
Above and beyond, meaning they did way more than their basic job description.
Right. They put in extra effort, and you are acknowledging it.
Okay, this has been an amazing breakdown of the vocabulary, but I want to see how this actually sounds in real life.
Let's do it.
Let's put all this theory into practice. We're going to do a rapid-fire role play. I'll be one coworker, you be the other, and we'll just flow through a typical office conversation using these exact phrases.
Sounds good. I'll be working at my desk.
Okay, here we go. Hey, morning. Did you have a good weekend?
It was good, thanks. Yours?
Good, yeah. Hey, sorry to bother you. Do you have a minute to run something by you? I'd love to get your take on the new marketing report.
I'm a bit swamped at the moment, but I can prioritize it later. Can we schedule a meeting for 2 p.m.?
I actually have a conflict at 2, but I'm free at 3.
3 works for me. I'll jump in and review the numbers, and we'll touch base then.
Perfect. We really need this finished by EOD, so thanks for going above and beyond.
And scene.
That was fast. But wow, if you break it down, look at what just happened.
Let's debrief that. We handled a morning greeting, a polite interruption, asked for an opinion, established boundaries because I was swamped, navigated a schedule conflict, and locked in a deadline.
And it didn't sound stiff or robotic at all. It was warm, it was human, and it was highly efficient.
That's the beauty of this dialect.
I do want to speak directly to the listener for a second, though. If you are a new employee or if English isn't your first language, walking into an office where people speak that fast can be incredibly intimidating.
Oh, the nerves are completely real. It's totally normal to feel like you're out of your depth.
Yeah, you might feel like you don't belong.
But I want to reassure you, you absolutely belong there. You are hired for a reason. And using these specific phrases, that is your shortcut to feeling confident.
It's like having the cheat codes to the office.
Exactly. You don't have to invent the perfect response. Just use the tools. Your voice deserves to be heard in those meetings.
I love that. Your voice deserves to be heard. Okay, before we wrap up today's deep dive, it's time for a quick pop quiz to test your memory.
Oh, I love the quizzes.
Okay, listener, let's see how much you retained. Question 1. If you are completely overwhelmed with work, are you flooded or are you swamped? I'll give you a second.
Think about it.
The answer is swamped.
Yes, you are swamped, drowning in the mud of all those emails.
Exactly. Okay, question 2. What is the highly professional way to say I'm busy when someone tries to schedule a meeting with you? Take a second.
You got this.
The answer is I have a conflict.
I have a conflict. Perfect. If you got those right, you are well on your way.
You really are. So as we close out, do you have a final thought to leave our learners with today?
I do, actually. Something provocative to just, mull over while you're at work tomorrow.
Let's hear it.
Think about this. Language in the office isn't really about just exchanging data or facts. It's actually a deeply social tool. It's used to signal respect, to build trust, and to create a collaborative culture.
Wow. It's not just information transfer.
Not at all. So the next time you are in a meeting, even if you are just sitting there listening and not talking, pay close attention. Don't just listen to what people are saying. Listen to how they soften their disagreements. Listen to how they wrap up their points.
You start to see the code behind the conversation.
Exactly. You'll start seeing the matrix of the office dialect everywhere. And once you see it, you can speak it.
That is so empowering. Well, thank you all so much for joining us on this deep dive into office English. Keep practicing those phrases, keep learning, and keep growing your confidence. We'll be right here with you next time.